Headlines. State Cabinet approves earmarking rupees 10 crore for Journalist Welfare Fund. And Juribam Road pictures shown in achievement program found to be different from reality. Good evening and welcome to ISTV English News. Now the news in detail. The State Cabinet at its meeting held yesterday has approved earmarking 10 crore rupees for the Journalist Welfare Fund. This was stated by Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren during the celebration of the 35th Foundation Day of Evening Daily Kangleipak Maira and distribution of Journalist Awards held at the Eclipse Community Hall of Konjeng Lekai today. He further said the BJP-led government has been trying to understand what the people desired. After meeting so many people from different parts of the state, he has been able to realize the myriad suffering of the people. While the people were facing a lot of difficulties, massive floods came about 3 times. The reason for the state having to face floods frequently is lack of appropriate policy. The previous government had failed to take up appropriate policy to face floods. Now the government has started taking up steps to frame a concrete policy to control floods by consulting with experts from outside. When the policy is translated into action, public cooperation is needed, Chief Minister N. Biren said, appealing to the people not to obstruct. Another reason is that the previous governments were only contract-oriented. He said the government knows the role of journalists. Most of the journalists cannot get their houses constructed properly. As such, the government is trying to take up various other welfare schemes. That is why the Cabinet has approved allocating a sum of 10 crore rupees for the Journalist Welfare Fund, he said.
Di Canada tayo na doon ba? Ay kung yung kitang digyan ta siya. Isin siyan ka naman mapam doon da sang na masajalaga, dukaan na masajalaga, tingjalaga di madugi isin do som da chiyan may mo da som da laakan ay yung da tunni siya. Ako'y kitang gap namin na siya. Ako'y hantar ki isaw sina so example mo da kan ako'y turel kunung teng na nabigay ko scheme kira paikal na ba ako'y ating consultant kaure sign tong na gre mo yo. Hek kitang lin season lapaganda Imphal Nambul aduga maruina Kongwadi per achobada hai ba umji hoji ki project ki makha da pe manung ten thoga honari yang thongna ba and masidai da mayam dai na cooperation ai nga sigi set mi pham sigi mating mari le na ina appeal tongling ko se mayam na support of you sajalure ba community holo sidok yo voluntary sajalure ba crematorium do sidok yo 사절로리브 클럽도 두레인 만ung 이시도고요. 아도 애들이 신청 한다가니 왜
Minister of CAF in PG Karam Shyam, Minister of IPR TH Biswajit, Parliamentary Secretary L. S. Subhash Chandra and Editor-in-Chief of Kangleipak Maira, Wangkhemcha Shyamjai were the other main guests. Subhash Chandra said media should play a role in bringing change. Media should focus on the excessive expenditures incurred in the elections, he said. Minister Karam Shyam said, a journalist's life is filled with sacrifice. Politicians need to learn a lot from the journalists. He will welcome criticisms over wrongdoings. Minister of IPR TH Biswajit said, what is needed in Manipur is quality, not quantity. He expressed a word of caution to the media to verify something before publishing. If the media publish some reports without verifying the facts, people will have wrong impression of the government, he said. Shyamjai said, now that a new government has started functioning in the way people want it, many changes have started taking place. Media should also pay more attention to the people's desire, he said.
Apa Aku ni awak pergi kan mesti kau masaki, tapi mesti kau kan berarti. Pendek saja semangat aku tu ina, sedangkan betul itu aku tu jadi sih lagi film mana kali itu, amal idea mana kali itu.
The 35th Journalist Award of Kanglei Pakip Maira has been conferred on reporter of ISTV News, Ningthojam Sanajauba. He has been given the title of Best Electronic Journalist. The award was presented to N. Sanajauba at a function held at Eclipse Community Hall of Konjeng Laikai today. Other journalists who were honored with the prestigious award in different categories are Best Journalist in Print Media Male T.H. Premchand of Poknafam Daily, Best Print Journalist Female Baby Shireen, Best IPR Appreciated Personnel P. Romesh and Bira in Best Hawker category. As part of the award ceremony, retired journalists were honored by presenting simple gifts. Political analyst Lehau Thabam Sarat Chandra, N. Tombiraj, A.K. Sanaton, Y. Ajit Kumar, H. Ibotombi Kuman were among the many other retired journalists who were honored at the function. Gifts were presented to meritorious students of the area under the Mongshangai Gram Panchayat. Besides, proprietor of Eastern Arm Border A.K. Ibomcha donated 1 lakh rupees to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. Commuters facing difficulties moving around on Juribam Road, many portions of the road is still deplorable. The BJP-led government had included the pictures of Juribam Road as completed in the 100 Days Achievement Program. However, the reality seems to be different. About 20 kilometers of the Imphal-Juribam Road from Gulathon to Kaimai is still in bad shape. Drivers of various passenger carrier vehicles and other transport vehicles have drawn the Chief Minister to look into the condition of the road. Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency Development Forum today cleaned the areas of Thangal Market, Nagamapal, Waitho Lairak and Muchi Lairak. Chairman of Manipur Pollution Control Board L. Radhakishore, BJP Vice President Jotin Waikhom, IMC Deputy Mayor Sujata Paumai and many others took part in the cleanliness drive. BJP Vice President Jotin Waikhom said the cleanliness drive was organized with an objective of making the Imphal city clean. On the other hand, L. Radhakishore said Nambul River will also be cleaned soon.
Pollution Control Board ki makada hojik bazar manung sidai koi hojik leriba bazar gi atmosphere maruina eko air gi nusit ki maruina ising gi bazar manung sida leriba hojik ekona seasonary ba ekona holiba sore se air si karam status ta hojik kari masida quality quantity ekoi check toba Pollution Control Board na masi thabuk sa thare.
In connection with the 68th Van Mahotsav, many saplings were planted at Singjamai Chinga. The sapling plantation program was jointly organized by Bharat Swabhiman Trust, Patanjali Yoga Samiti, Mahila Yoga Samiti, Yuva Bharat Patanjali, Kishan Seva Samiti and College Road Youth Development Association. Speaker Y. Khemchand, IMC Corporator Eliza and Major Tony of Assam Rifles also took part in the sapling plantation program. Speaker Y. Khemchand said the program was organized to protect the environment. MLA of Moirang constituency P. Sarat Chandra today distributed rations to the flood-affected families taking shelter at various relief camps in Moirang constituency. The MLA said efforts will be made to help the flood-affected victims in the best way possible after reviewing reports.
Asengba report to Pazana period kanda ekoina side the local gi praja sing sinu wari bese masi gawa bese kono bidamukta Manipur sarkar dam su Bharat sarkar dam masi ge proposal che koina Pazana period kanda relief pangan bagi mateng pian bagi damukta koi kan no honagani.
On the other hand, Meitei Youth Organization, an apex body of Meitei community at Churachandpur, handed over relief materials to KG Moirang Kendra Apunbaluk to distribute it to the flood victims staying at 12 relief camp opening at different places of Moirang Assembly constituency on account of flood. Speaking to media persons, Chief Advisor of Meitei Youth Organization Hemam Jugindro said, Relief materials are being handed over to KG Moirang Kendra Apun Baluk with the objective to extend something for the flood-affected people.
Ngamjaba khara aikona tawjari basi yami yamdi haibagi nachadana ngasigi aikogi ipaisa singna ngasigi awaba thengnari base Churchanpurda leiriba mitai singna su chapchana madu aikoda paujai aduna karigumbada hena phibam sokse lakpa taragasu aikoi su adum saruk yajage aikoi saruk yanar basu adum sem sajage aikoda paupibiro aikoi adum madu sangam mateng pangjage.
Meanwhile, Meitei Society Churachandpur and Meitei Trade Association Churachandpur also distributed relief materials to the flood-affected people of Moirang who are staying at different relief camp opening at Moirang Assembly Constituency. The relief materials were handed over to KG Moirang Kendra Apun Baluk. Speaking to media persons, President of the LUP, Y. Surjit Kumar said, extending help to one's adversity will help to bring about development in the state and take part in the run of development as well.
Lamthum masai mayam mangobagi awaba sabo thak phangdabagi mayam gi awaba leibam sabongi yam nuaitaba mayam si ubiraga aikoi amaga tingbang na bi wakhalda aikoi leiragadi aikoi gi pangal kalaga aikoi na sakhut khunai ma urakani haibagi pandam do khoi leijei haibo khomsi ai tiantakna adu pangbirakli bu khuding bu hanana Moirang Kendra Prajai mut sindraga thakcheri.
A one-day animal health cum vaccination program jointly organized by Krishi Vigyan Kendra Imphal East of Kau and District Veterinary Office Imphal East was held at Pukhao Kabam. Altogether, 100 cattle were given HS and BQ vaccines. Addressing the Joint Director of Veterinary Department, Dr. Toiba, and Dr. Sushil Kumar Thaudam of KBK Imphal East spoke about HS and BQ infection on cattle. As part of the series of free medical camp conducted by different teams of Ayush under the aegis of Directorate of Ayush Lamphel-Pat, a free medical camp was held at Ward Club and Will Club Ithai Wakpokpi in Bishnupur district. About 200 flood-affected persons of the area were examined and medicines distributed free of cost. Dr. L. Promila, Dr. P. Iboton, Dr. T. Somibala, Dr. L. Sonia, along with other staffs of Ayush, conducted the health camp. Rations were distributed to about 100 flood-affected persons belonging to 24 houses at Khojuman in Oinam constituency today. The rations were distributed under the supervision of MLA of Oinam constituency L. Radhakishore, SDO of Bishnupur and Pradhan of Khojuman Kwasipai Gram Panchayat. A cleanliness drive was held on the campus of PWD office at Khoyathong today. The drive was held under Swachh Bharat mission. Chief Engineer of PWD, other engineers and staff of the department took part in the cleanliness drive. Additional Chief Engineer N. Noren said the drive was conducted following the instruction of Minister T.H. Bishwajit with an objective of making the department campus clean. The Purai Romba Youth Club Bamon Kampu in Khetrigao constituency today felicitated the students of the area who scored high marks in the class 10 and 12 examinations. The felicitation program was held at Purai Romba Community Hall. Parliamentary Secretary of Mahud and Indrajit, T.H. Golmai of Bamon Kampu Zilla Parisad and Pradhan of Bamon Kampu Gram Panchayat, T.H. Bubo. As part of the program, many national and international sports persons were also honored by presenting simple gifts. K. Rebita Devi, who was conferred the 21st Dati Kanya Bruna Sangrakshak Award by Sanidham Trust, New Delhi recently in recognition of her contribution in the field of bodybuilding by a woman, was felicitated by Royal Gym Ningom Thongjao. Rebita, a student of the gym, is the silver medalist of the Miss Asia Women Bodybuilder and bronze medalist of World's Women Bodybuilding. Besides, she is the bronze medalist of Asian Wushu Championship. Chief coach of the gym, Nomoikapam Gojendro, and his subordinates felicitated her at a simple function held at the gym at Ningom Thongjao. She is the women torch bearer of Manipur Women Bodybuilding. Personnel of D-32 Battalion CRPF Loktak Barrage have extended help to the flood-affected peoples of Ithai. The personnel of the company, led by Company Commander Tiwari and Inspector Letkulun, extended help in put up barrier to prevent from overflowing of Itai barrage over the Wangu Laikong road. Residents of the Itai barrage area thanked the Yeoman Service of CRPF. And in national news, days after the Ministry of External Affairs said that diplomatic channels were being used to defuse the standoff with China in Doklam in the Sikkim region, Chinese state media indicated on Saturday that there was no room for negotiations and withdrawal of Indian troops was the preconditions for any diplomatic solutions. In a commentary, China's official press agency Xinhua, which works directly under the State Council, reiterated that the borderline was the bottom line of Beijing. This is not the first time this particular phrase has been used by China's state media in articles, opinions and interviews with experts. It was used by Xinhua and Communist Party of China-run People's Daily in editorials last week. India has repeatedly ignored China's call for pulling its border-crossing troops from Doklam areas back to its own territory. However, turning a deaf ear to China will but worsen the month-long standoff and put itself further into embarrassment, said the article. India should not regard the existing situation as the same as or even similar to the previous two standoffs in 2013 and 2014 near Ladakh, a disputed area between China, Pakistan and India in southeastern Kashmir. Diplomatic efforts led the troops' friction there to a well-arranged end. But this time it is a totally different case, it said. The election to appoint the next President of India will take place tomorrow at Parliament House in New Delhi and in all state legislative assembly secretariats. The race to Raisina Hills will pit opposition nominee and former Lok Sabha Speaker Maira Kumar against the centre's pick and former Bihar Governor Ram Nath Kovind. While the polling is largely being viewed as a contest between two Dalit leaders, Kumar at a conference earlier this month said that it is a battle of ideologies. Last week, Kovind said the presidential post is above party politics. A president never belongs to any party. All people, irrespective of caste, creed and religion, state, are equal. Vote bank is not important for me, but development matters. The President of India will be elected by the Electoral College comprising of all elected members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Legislative Assembly of the state. To become the President, either of the candidate needs to secure at least one vote more than 50% of the total votes polled. The results of the election will be announced on Thursday, 5 days before President Pranab Mukherjee's term expires. Kovind, who recently concluded his visit to Gujarat, his second home, has received support from several religion heavyweights including TDP, TRS, BJD, YSRCP, LJP and Shiv Sena. Nitish Kumar's JDU has also indicated that it will support Kovind's candidature. Now before we close, let's see the headlines once again. State Cabinet approves earmarking rupees 10 crore for Journalist Welfare Fund. And Jiribam Road picture shown in Achievement Program Fund to be different from reality. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching ISTV English News.